Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Entrepreneur Middle East. We're here filming the Visionaries, powered by Publsh. And with me is a power couple that all of y'all have been waiting for. It's Anam and Wajdan. They are the lifelong partners, love of their lives, and founders of SQUATWOLF. What a pleasure meeting you. I'm super starstruck and super excited to have this conversation today.
Thank you very much having us. We're very excited as well. Thank you to Publsh and Entrepreneur for having us.
Yeah, of course. Such a pleasure having you here. And honestly, I feel like we have so many topics of discussion today, and health is just so important. And the fact that you guys are in the fitness industry is of extreme importance, I think, to all entrepreneurs out there that are watching us. So once again, pleasure to have you here.
Excited to share our story. As you said, health is everything because, we exist to make sure that we are living a long, healthy life.
Exactly.
And not just that it's painful, which it is, unfortunately, for a lot of people. And with what we're trying to do in fitness industry is, just trying to inspire people to become stronger. So really excited to share our story.
Beautiful. And it's all in the mindset at the end of the day, right? It's all in the mind. So take me back in time before we enter your corporate life. Take me back to your childhoods, how you guys met, obviously, as well, and where your life has taken you after that.
So we both come from a small city called Hyderabad in Pakistan. So it's close to Karachi. And we both come from, humble families, very much focused on education. And both of our parents were, both parents were working all their lives. They have been working and focusing on the right bringing up of the kids. So my childhood was a dream, amazing. And I think same was for Vaj. He will share his story. And I was given all the opportunities to excel in life. We had best education and we went to the best school and equal opportunities. Being a woman and from Pakistan, it's not very common to have equal opportunities for boys and girls in the house. My family was very different. My parents were very different. They gave us all, so we are three children, three siblings, and all three of us, so two sisters and a brother, we were giving exactly the same opportunities to excel in life. And the focus was on education. We actually studied in the same school, but we didn't know each other. So
No way.
it was separated by a small church in the middle. We both studied in a convent school. And we met after school. So in 2005 or 2000.
Don't test me with the dates.
2005. When
He just met you before you actually knew who he was. He did the stalking for the next year.
Just testing me with
He
the
knew about
dates.
you back in 2004 for sure.
That was a trick question.
Beautiful.
So since then we have been together.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. So you didn't know each other in school,
No.
but you
Not in
met
school.
once you...
Right after school.
Okay.
Through common friends, and we became really good friends. And
I mean, that's the best, I think,
Yeah,
partnership is when you're friends
then-
in the beginning.
Obviously, when we were in Hyderabad, it's a great city. But it's a small city. So, for us, for our parents, it was really important that we get the best education. So both of us actually moved to the bigger city, which was Karachi. We moved there and basically got into business schools. We studied in the same business school as well. Completed our MBA. But
You
always
just kept following her.
Yeah, yeah, probably. Always wanted to do, something big with our lives because our parents invested a lot in us. And I come from a Mehman family in Pakistan, and Mehmans are usually known for business. And they they get out of school and they start something, even though it's small, but they start and they try to make it big. But my father was like, you don't have to start anything. You have to really complete your education, get the masters, and go and work for a big company, right, out there. Because he has seen all his family, doing businesses. It's ups and downs.
Yeah.
But I had the germ in me that I wanted to do something of my own. So when I did my MBA, I never wanted to go and work for big companies. I had offers from a lot of big multinationals out there, but I always wanted to create something of my own because I was inspired by Mark Zuckerberg at that time. I watched Social Network, and it was just the movie that's like, I want to be that.
Your family must have been stressed.
Exactly. I want to be that from Pakistan. Yeah, they were stressed, but at the same time, I was surprising enough, they were really
Believed you.
supportive as well. They were like, go ahead. Because they had the platform. They were like, just go ahead and try something of your own. So While she went ahead and worked for one of the biggest companies there in Pakistan, I went ahead and worked with my friend in a really small apartment. That was a small room, like a true startup story.
Wasn't the garage?
It wasn't the garage actually.
Very close to a garage.
Very close to a garage.
You
It
know,
was
the garage theory is,
yeah, no,
is a thing.
absolutely. So in Pakistan, it's basically you go and work in an apartment, a small room. So we basically, I was the founding team of few startups there. We started few things in Pakistan and grew them from nothing to we had 100 plus team members in 4 years, selling all around the world. And that's where when we got engaged, she was like, before we get married, I'm just going to go ahead to Dubai and do a 1 year stint and learn more about the global market. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to get married. I was like, great.
The
go
bachelor
ahead.
party in Dubai for a year.
Exactly. I was like, no, go ahead because I'm a feminist. My mother, I really respect her. I have a sister. I want to have her, give her everything in life. And obviously, I love her a lot as well. And I wanted to make sure that she gets what she wants to. She doesn't have to dictate her life through my terms. So she came in and she was like, I want to do that. I was like, go ahead, best of luck. So she went ahead, worked for a company, and then like everybody else who comes to Dubai for a year.
Never
goes back.
Never goes back. So
now your mission was, how do I bring him here?
Exactly.
So yeah, we would talk on phones and she would tell me all the great things about Dubai and the opportunities over here. So she finally convinced me to leave everything in Pakistan, which my partners were not really happy with, but I had to. But I had to because I wanted to spend my rest of the life with her. So I talked to my parents; they were really supportive as well. They were like, "Yeah, great. If she has a great career, why don't you move over and you can find something out there?" So I found an opportunity over here. Worked for them for 2.5 years. She also worked for big companies over here, but then eventually we decided this is not the life. You know, we were really successful, but we were like, we're just not happy, right? Or the right word is going to fulfill.
I think there was a void.
Yeah.
Like we
There's
had
a hole somewhere. Yeah.
It was very good. Like my career was going really well. What's career was going really well. He was getting promoted. I was getting promoted every year. We were making good money. We had a good lifestyle. We would travel a lot. One of the things that we love to do is to travel, explore the world. We would do that a lot. But then, the hustler in us was feeling like there's more to this and we can do much more. And we were very energetic. Like we were young as well. I was 25, 26 years old.
I'm still young.
Waj was about
I'm still 26.
27 years old, and we had just gotten married, and it was just that hunger and that desire to do so much more. And we were the kind of people, like we started working really early on. And then we did our MBA while we were working full time. Waj had already, I think, started 2 startups like in a very young age. With the founding teams, with his friends. So there was this hunger that what do we do next? Yeah. And that's when this idea came about.
Yeah. Beautiful. And I feel like if I can get 2 things out of your whole story right now, it's the upbringing that's important and the educational part. I feel like those are the 2 pillars that kind of made you to who you are today. And without those 2 pillars...
Exactly. I'll just add third one is just the support system.
Yeah.
Around you as well.
Which you shouldn't take for granted. Nobody should, because honestly, it's not that everyone receives that support from, at least just, an approval from the families that, yes, pick your path.
And that Waj is a big feminist.
Yeah.
He's the biggest feminist
really
I know.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's the biggest supporter of all the women in his life.
Beautiful. No, but the fact that you told her go, like she opened that door for both of you to launch something here, Who knows, you probably would have stayed in Pakistan then with your startups that would have probably grown. You probably would have had a great career 100%. There as well. But
100%. I think, first of all, it wasn't my decision to make, to tell her to go or to tell her to stay.
Yeah, correctly.
It was her decision.
Yeah.
And if this is what she wants to do, then this is what she wants to do. And I have to be there to support. And if it works for me as well, I need to make it work.
Right.
So yeah, I think, unfortunately, it worked for the better, right?
Beautiful.
If she didn't decide at that time that she wanted to stay, we wouldn't have founded SQUATWOLF. So.
And what says this, and it's such a beautiful thing, that I don't want to be that guy who is becoming a hurdle in an important decision in a life of a woman that's close to me.
Yeah.
So it's just such a beautiful thing that he doesn't want to be the reason for us not to go ahead in life.
That's beautiful. And whatever you believe is best, he just trusts that.
Yeah, no,
You know, he trusts that even if it was a mistake, you will get through it together at the end of the day.
I think life just unfolds. Sometimes you
Of
have to
course.
allow the life to unfold. And when
Of
the
course.
life unfolds, it might not work at that point in time, but eventually what I've seen over my short lifespan is that it just works for better.
Beautiful.
It might not work at that point in time. It might not make sense.
But in the long term, it does.
It does. Yeah, just give it some time.
But before we enter the whole story about SQUATWOLF, how does it feel, you know, being lifelong partners and founders of the same company at the same time? I mean, you're constantly together, right?
Yeah.
I suppose there's ups and downs in that, or you guys get along perfectly and it doesn't influence, let's say, your personal lives and who you are at home.
It does influence our personal lives
It does.
fully, 100%, because we don't get breaks. So we are just, you know, full all the time, like 24 hours in the same mindset. And it's difficult for us to detach and remove ourselves from work.
So even when you're at home, you will talk about a
That's
new...
the topic.
That's our life, right?
So either we are talking about fitness. So this is one good distraction that we have. So we go work out together and then we are talking about fitness rather than just work.
Okay.
So this is a good thing that, you know, it's fitness that's big part of our lives. So that is a very good distraction. And then when we travel, that's the time when we can disconnect a little. We push ourselves because when you're traveling, when you don't have a lot of work around you, your brain is kind of relaxed and very good ideas pop up. And all those good ideas are about business. So it's very difficult to control yourself not to discuss. But then we are like, okay, while we are traveling for about a week or so, we would say, okay, let's take these 2 hours and we talk about work. But other than that, we won't.
Right. Did you ever have like different opinions on a certain project or something?
All the time.
Really?
All the time. I think all the time we have just, you know, different opinions. And I think that's what makes us unique. Yes, we are husband and wife. We're best friends with each other. First of all, I wouldn't recommend to anyone else.
Not everyone else can pass through it.
No, because I think what's unique about us and what has allowed us to do it for the last 10 years is because we knew each other 10 years before that. Right?
We've
So
been
we
through
were just,
everything.
exactly. We've been through a lot. We've grown up together. We've been friends with each other. And when we decided to do this, we knew what we were getting ourselves into. We were basically getting ourselves into like, okay, we have to spend 24 hours together. We go to office together. We sit in the same room. And then we come back. We're basically sitting on the dinner table and we're talking about work because we will not have any other life outside of it. We have interviewed a lot of entrepreneurs. It's entrepreneurship consumes you. Right?
Yeah,
it's
of
not
course.
easy. It
That's
just
your
consumes
baby.
you. That's your life, right?
Yeah.
And you have to just live it. So I wouldn't recommend to everyone because then what we end up doing is, like she said, 2 hours we would dedicate to work and we will say we will not talk about work for the next 10 hours. But guess what happens? 2 hours is basically when we not talk about work, and 8 hours or 10 hours when we end up, because there's nothing else that remains to talk about. Because you just
And there
put
is
it all
so much
together.
passion, right? So
You know everything about each other at that point. It's not like something happens to you that she doesn't know about during the day, right?
Yeah. And then it's also, so the connection, the relationship that we have helps a lot in running the business together. So that's also a very unique thing because we do really enjoy each other's company. So it might sound to another person, be like, their lives are so boring. They're just talking about work all the time and they're always together. We actually do really enjoy each other's company. Like, I wouldn't want
Because you
to
picked
go...
him as a life partner. Of course, as a business partner, he'll be
no
great
matter
as well.
how much we are fighting over work-related topics, and we do argue a lot, and there are disagreements because we have opposite personalities.
Okay.
I'm big on risk-taking, for example, very optimistic. And Waj is very much about, getting
Analyzing.
things done. He's a numbers person, and then he goes into the details. He's all about the details. I'm about the big picture. So we are totally opposite in terms of how we operate.
The yin and the yang, but it does form
Exactly.
something that's balanced out in a way.
Exactly.
For sure.
So we disagree, but then we have the trust and love for each other as the foundation, and we keep reminding each other, right? Okay, we're doing it, we're disagreeing. It's a very objective disagreement. It's not an emotional disagreement, but then it's really difficult for us to keep the emotions out because we're just not your typical co-founders. We're husband and wife, best friends, co-founders, right?
Yeah.
So
when things hurt, they really hurt.
Exactly.
You hurt me. You're sleeping on the sofa tonight.
That fortunately doesn't happen.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, tell me, before I enter kind of like your responsibilities in the company and how basically your work differentiates, tell me a bit about, obviously, SQUATWOLF. You were both, you said there was a void, you wanted to fill it up, you were passionate for, wellness, I guess, mental health, and you wanted to combine that and create something.
Yep.
How did fashion come into all of this? It could have been opening up a gym, it could have been, why fashion, and just how did that begin? If you can tell me the story.
I think it didn't start from the fashion. Actually, it started from our passion for fitness, right?
Okay.
So both of us, like when we used to feel that void, what we would do is just we would hit the gym. She's always been into sports all her life. I've always been into sports as well. And when we moved to Dubai, we found our escape in fitness, right? Because we couldn't do a lot of team sports over here because we were just again left everyone, all my friends, all my teams, everything there, and moved over here. So we found some solitude in fitness and keeping ourselves active and fit. And when we would be in fitness, we'd be following a lot of YouTubers, Instagrammers, fitness influencers, as we call them now, all around the world. And we would learn what to eat, what to wear, how to work out, etc. And when you start following them, you don't see them wearing the big name brands, the big legacy brands, right? They would be wearing a lot of homegrown brands that are niche to their kind of fitness activity, right? And we would see that a lot. So if they are into yoga, they would be wearing a brand that's yoga. If they're into CrossFit, they'll be wearing a brand that's for CrossFit. If they're into cycling, they would be wearing a brand that's for cycling. If they're into bodybuilding, they'll be wearing a brand that's for bodybuilding. And what we saw when we would walk into the gyms over here, we would see everyone just wearing vanilla brands right over here. And we would actually order a lot from all of these international
You would
brands.
as well,
Yeah, and we would wear them into the gym.
But we would wear the ones that are niche from other countries.
Okay.
So because we were into gymming, so we would order gym-specific brands.
Yeah.
And we would wear them, and that would become like a conversation starter at the gym because we would be looking very different to other people. Because those other people will
So people notice.
Yeah, exactly.
people would notice.
They don't just stare at themselves in the mirror while they're doing their...
No, because everyone's wearing like the same brand.
Oversized and like almost ugly things, like your
speaking
t-shirt.
about it earlier.
your t-shirt.
My go-to, the ugliest I can possibly be. I go to the gym, so I get no attention.
And then this is what we wanted to flip.
Yeah.
That why do you have to wear your worst clothes that you would never wear to hang out with your friends to the gym? Gym is a place you need more confidence to perform, so you can live your best life. Why do you have to be looking ugly intentionally? It used to be an intention that I have my worst t-shirt and I'm going to the gym. But if you notice this, when you are really prepared and you are in the right gear and you're locked in focus, you perform better.
So you're saying I should buy SQUATWOLF?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll talk about it after the interview.
So yeah, that was really the inspiration that you need to look good while you sweat, right? That was the inspiration. We would wear this, and this is where
it's not easy to go to the gym. It's not easy. You need motivation.
Absolutely. You need to motivate yourself, and the best way to motivate is you eat healthy, you prepare for it, you wear good clothes, and then you go and you perform
better. You feel better, right?
You feel better automatically. You have just more confidence to be in a public space. So yeah, that's where the inspiration and the idea of SQUATWOLF really came in from. We were like, what if we create the first ever homegrown brand? Because when we started, like we were talking off camera, we were the first ever local homegrown brand in any category. So there
were no local brands, and that
what year was this?
It's 2014 when we were.
It's insane that there was no local,
brands, no fitness-focused brands, no sportswear brands. Local, like you would not find even streetwear. Any brands at the time.
And one of the biggest things at that time, you talked about it, that it was insane that there wasn't, because the perception over here, if it's imported, it's good. That was the perception of people. So you would go into the malls and you would find all the imported brands that, big family houses have brought in, and they will just open the same shop, similar looking offering. That was the perception. Let's just import as much as possible. So if it's coming from Europe, if it's coming from America, apparently it's a really good quality brand. It's a really good.
Although we're the only country in the world that has gyms inside buildings in every single building.
Absolutely. And we saw that gap in the market.
And the harshest weather. Here, the conditions are completely different to the conditions in the US, in Europe, in the UK. those products are made for
them.
for their weather conditions, for their environment, not for this environment. So when you are importing them, not everything works.
Yeah.
Like here, if you go right now in the
You need
malls, you
thin,
will still
right?
find so many winter wear,
Yeah.
very thick winter wear
Oh
products.
my God, I always see it. Yes.
Nobody wears, nobody would buy those because they're just, without thinking, they're just importing them.
Yeah.
Which never made sense to me. And I was thinking, do the tourists actually buy winter clothes when they come here? Or like, what is this for? Because we would never buy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We would never buy it.
Absolutely. So that is
Because
one of
it's
the reasons,
made for that region, for the season.
Yeah.
So they would not make products for Middle East. Middle East is not their priority.
Mm.
This weather condition is never their priority. These people are never their priority. They are making products and the seasons and the collections for their needs.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are importing them here, they don't fit.
Mm-hmm. So you basically
it's a
made a
gap.
brand by prioritizing the people here.
The
Yeah.
people here, the weather conditions here.
But also
and
so many religions, so many different, you know,
exactly,
kind of
and so many so much of
looks and
diversity.
diversity.
And then the training habits. So here, no matter how, like it's 50 degrees outside with 100% humidity, people still love to train outdoors.
I
So
saw.
you need products that work in this weather condition. And nobody was offering that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And that's where really the idea of SQUATWOLF came in from. So we actually launched with that message that we are born in Dubai, right? Born and designed in Dubai and engineered for gym. And that, I think that thing really like struck a chord with the local community over here, because there was someone who was proudly owning that we are born in Dubai. We're not born in the UK, not
Right.
born in America, that has just come in over here. And it almost felt like a lot of these brands were using London, New York, Miami as sort of a validation stamp that if you're from there, then you are good.
You can be a global brand. You can be a big name.
Absolutely. So we actually really own and proudly said, we're born and designed in Dubai and engineered for gym. And that really struck the chord with the local community over here. We actually, when we released our first few products out on the social media, and we said, we're a brand that's born and designed in Dubai, engineered for gym. Do you want to be the first ever customer to own this piece of product? But we don't have the products right now, they're on their way. So this is a pre-order campaign, and we did a pre-order campaign, and we sold out all the products even before we had the stock,
No
because
way.
people really believed in the idea, and especially Emiratis over here, they really came behind it.
But going back, so basically you want to launch it. What are the steps you need to take? You had to find a sort of manufacturing grade company. Do you pick the tiles, textiles? Do you have like the people that were consultants, let's say, that you trusted to pick the right, I don't know, texture of the products? Who draws the designs? Like, run me through those details.
Yeah.
We did everything ourselves.
So we did everything. There were no consultants
No
at
way,
all.
okay.
The investment that went into the business was our savings.
Yeah.
So whatever we were earning, we were saving, and then so from that money we spent on finding the designer. So it was a freelance designer in the beginning, and we explained what we were thinking in terms of design inspiration. We selected the fabrics ourselves. We became the fit model. So because the fit is the most important thing in a performance product. So we used to be the fit model. So today our leggings are slightly longer than the usual length because my legs are long. So I used to fit the product on me, and Waj used to fit the product on him. So we did everything, and finding the manufacturers, which was big challenge, because they were not used to of getting any requests or orders from Dubai or from Middle East. We were talking to these factories, and the factories were like, "Where are you calling from?" We were like, "We are from Dubai." It's like, but we don't have any business in Dubai. We have no supply chain in Dubai. Like there was no system to bring the product to Dubai. Because nobody was manufacturing here from here.
God.
So it took some time.
And I suppose you went all over Asia to try find the right factory. Incredible.
Yes. And so we came up with our 6 initial products that we designed with the freelance designer that we had. And then we finally found a manufacturer who was ready to give to try us out, because it was more them giving us an opportunity rather than us selecting the partners. It was the other way around. And we wanted quality to be top notch, because we knew it's Dubai. If we are known for good quality, that's the key to success, because anything below like subpar, and we really wanted to be a very good performance wear brand. So it was from the beginning, it was very clear that we are all about performance. We are not about just looks. Our product needs to perform first. It needs to really enable you to do your best when you're training.
Mm.
So that was the idea. So the quality of the fabrics had to be really,
Mm-hmm.
really good. So we found the manufacturer who was ready to give us a try. And then, yeah, we launched, and it was a
Beautiful.
very successful launch story.
But I believe the most important thing whenever you launch any sort of brand is like marketing, and it's social media, right?
Yeah.
Give us, kind of like a detailed outlook on how did you launch your social media channels? Do you work with influencers? Do you work through, branded campaigns, locations? What would be your go-to, let's say, for promoting your products online?
Yeah, in the early days, it was all really scrappy because, as Anam said, we invested all our savings into really creating the best product out there.
Which
Now
was
we
the
were-
first step, yeah.
Exactly. And that's the most important thing, right? If you are in the performance wear, active wear, gym wear business, you cannot be just selling dreams. You need to sell the product, right? So what we did was, once we had the products and the first products ready, we actually would go to every gym, work out in every gym, and just hang out in those gyms and look for the personal trainers in that gym, like who's the best looking personal trainer in that gym, or who has the most number of customers in that gym. And then after they've done the workout, we would walk up to them and we would ask them, like, we're Anam and Vaj, we're the co-founders of SQUATWOLF, and we're creating the first ever homegrown brand from the region. And this is the sample set that we would like you to just wear. We don't want anything in return, just wear it and see what you feel. And they would wear it. They would really like the quality. And the next day we would see them wearing that. And then they are in front of all of their customers, actually, and all of their clients wearing our brand. And everybody would be asked, like,
Yeah.
okay,
And they would ask, like, what are you wearing? They would be curious because our logo is very unique.
Yeah.
So it gets
Yeah, it's
there,
cool.
you notice it immediately.
Kind of like the Tesla.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we didn't know Tesla at the time.
Yeah.
It's basically Wolf Eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's very nice.
that's how the logo came
Yeah.
about. But and those personal trainers, actually, they became our models.
Yep.
Nice.
So we would just ask them, we are a local brand, would you support us?
Mm.
Would you model for us? And they would be like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And they were already, obviously, they're personal trainers, so they are in best shape. And my friend at the time, he was a passionate photographer,
Yeah.
and he would just shoot for us for free.
Yeah.
And that's how we
Beautiful.
launched. And
So you have your social media set at that
Exactly, and we created a viral loop because I again come from a digital marketing background, so I know how to market things, how to sell anything online, right? So what we did was, as Anam said, we used the personal trainers in the gym as the models on the website and as the models for our social media as well, and we would use their pictures and do advertising. And we would advertise. You would see the personal trainer that you see all the time in your gym as a model for a brand that's homegrown. Whereas the other brands, the international brands, were using no-name international models or mega athletes, right, to promote their brands. Where we were
Which
using
we cannot connect with.
exactly, we were using local athletes that you would see in your gym as our models and as our personal trainers and as our athletes. So when we would run ads or do social media posts using their faces, you would immediately be able to build that trust and
course.
connection, and that created that viral loop that took the brand from where it was to where it is today.
When would you say that your brand kind of like launched itself? Because I believe the beginning is very much slowly going upwards. When would you say that peak happened?
Interestingly, actually, it started right from day one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. So when first year was absolutely mental. We didn't even know what was happening. We were creating
You
this.
didn't have time to
we
order and
couldn't
bring.
process
Yeah.
what was going on
Yeah.
because we launched with our 6 products.
Hmm.
They were sold out before we even launched.
Yeah.
So when the order actually came from the factories to us, we shipped out everything in one
and you
shot.
already needed new.
So everything was out of stock in the same moment.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, because it's a cash heavy business, you invest in the inventory. We were running out of money so quickly
Yeah.
Of course.
because you invest a big chunk of amount to place your orders, and then you're selling gradually, right? So we ran out of all our savings
No
very
way.
quickly in about less than a year. So we launched in May 2016, and then 2017, I was preparing, like I was thinking, how do we go approach investors? We really need money because the growth was crazy and we couldn't catch up because it was
incredible.
just 2 of us with very limited resources. And then and the business is growing. So every order that you place, the next order is bigger than the previous order. You need more cash. And
That's
in one
incredible.
shot, a big chunk of cash is going away.
Yeah.
So then we basically took our seed investment.
It's a good problem to think about, I guess.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
So for us, it wasn't like one particular moment. The growth was coming from the day we launched because I think it was a very unique thing that was happening. First ever homegrown fitness focused brand. So fitness is huge in Middle East, in Dubai. So it was, all of that was very unique, and we were kind of riding that wave. And then COVID was actually a big moment as well, because during COVID, when everyone was just stranded at home, we thought of an idea. We were like, it's just so uncertain. I don't know what's happening. Like, how is everything gonna like look like after this is over? Let's try something. Let's turn on advertisement, not just for GCC but global.
Yeah.
And we started advertising, and next morning
from 60 plus countries around the world.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So, and this was our last moment. Like, we were like everybody else, COVID, lockdown, the entire world shut down, gyms are shut down. We were like, what are we going to do? So we were like, before we go down, we were going to try one big thing, and we just turned on the ads, like Anam said, for the entire world, and hoping next morning we'll see what happens. Next morning we had orders from 60 plus countries.
First locally raised global brand now.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it was really exciting. Then we shipped all around the world, and then during COVID, it was an unfortunate time for the world, but we grew exponentially around the world. And by the end of COVID, we had customers from 100 plus countries around the world.
Incredible.
We were the case studies for DHL, Facebook. Everyone was looking at us as to like, what are these guys doing to take this brand global? So we were able to inspire a lot of brands out here in the region to go global.
Yeah. And it was very beautiful because Meta, for example, Google, DHL, Aramex, they were all coming and talking to us and then trying to understand what you guys are doing, because when the world is coming and importing and bringing everything here, you are doing the opposite. You're taking a local brand and shipping from here, because our warehouse was only in Dubai at the time, shipping from Dubai to the world.
Right.
So that was very, very interesting. And we would get orders from Maldives and like places like, I don't know,
small islands.
You've done something very great with your marketing strategy on Instagram.
And of course, like the
How do you ship to
common ones.
Maldives?
Just DHL.
DHL, FedEx,
everyone goes.
Yeah.
Something really interesting happened. Another really big inflection point for us. So when everybody started going back to the gym after COVID, a lot of these multi-brand sports retailers woke up because they started seeing a unique logo in the gym, which was not the usual tick mark or the 3 stripes. This was a Wi-Fi, and they were like, okay, what is this brand? Because we see a lot of people in our gyms wearing it. So a lot of multi-brand sports retailers reached out to us after COVID, and we went live with Go Sport, which is one of the most premium multi-brand sports retailer. They met us and they were like, we want to try you out for 6 months and see how the brand does in retail. And we knew what it would do. We were so confident.
As a place to shop, let's say, in the gym.
Exactly, as a place to shop so people can touch and feel. Whereas we would get thousands of requests every month for customers asking us, where can we touch, feel, try the brand, and before we order online.
And this was happening after the COVID lockdown over
People
and
just wanted to touch and feel.
people,
Exactly. So we launched with like Go Sport. So they basically bought for a season and we sold it out within a month. And they were so excited. Like, okay, what did you do? Did you just send your team members and friends to just buy all the stock? We were like, no, these were actual consumers.
we would send to sell you out.
So I guess you would just post a story saying, we finally have a store for 6 months, go try it on, right?
Exactly.
No, we didn't do actually much. We just launched so they are basically
the gym, basically.
B2B partners.
Okay.
So Go Sports is one of the top tier multi-brand stores in the region. And they just so this is what they do. They have all the different brands in one space, and it's tier 1. So it's very good quality of brands that they bring in. And they were just taking a bet on us. They were like, we see this brand a lot in the gyms now. We want to try you guys out. And then they bought for 6 months, for a season, and they were sold out in a month because our customers finally saw the product in real life, not just on the website.
Of course.
So we were available in Mall of the Emirates, in Dubai Mall, for example, in all Go Sports stores.
Are you still available now?
Yeah. We are actually becoming a #1 performance training brand in Go Sports.
Look at you guys. Well, how many years has it been?
It's been 9 years now since we started.
Next year,
Have
you ever worked with like a big celebrity or?
We have fitness personalities, big personalities. But we believe our philosophy is slightly different. So we believe in in community,
Mm.
in really working with people who are actually making that difference in people's lives. So
Mhm.
you know, the personal trainers, the people they're really invested in changing your life for good. We work with them, and it's very important for us to have those athletes as our ambassadors, whose values and whose lifestyle matches our brand guidelines.
Yep.
So there's this authenticity. So we don't want to work with a big name who might not feel us like
Because you're
truly.
one in a million,
Exactly.
the brands that they work with. And
Exactly. So
no,
we
I
want
see it.
to,
And it's great that
yeah.
you're strict with it, because
Yeah.
anybody can be an influencer these days. It's just important that you actually,
People need authenticity, right?
Yeah.
They need connection. They want to be able to, now more so than ever, people want to, follow people that are like, that you can connect with
of
on a
course.
one-on-one level, that you can
Of
see, that
course.
you can talk to, rather than just following a mega celebrity, which is great. But I don't think so they influence as much anymore as a really micro influencer that's just probably your personal trainer, or someone that you really admire, and just talk to them and take inspiration
Of
from them,
course.
because they're just more relatable.
Beautiful. No, what a story, guys. Honestly, like, I know it's a long story short. These last 9 years, you managed to sum it up. But I want to enter, a specific topic of discussion now, which is obviously mindset. Most of our audience are entrepreneurs. Is it important to be healthy in the mind and the body in order to run a company? What sort of, let's say, pillars do you think individuals should have if they're responsible for other people, if they're running their own businesses, their own babies? Is it important for them to be healthy in the mind and the body as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, 100%. First of all, I think one really simple analogy for this is like, if your glass is half full, you can't give away, to anyone else, because you are always half full. How can you expect to give someone else, right? So it's really important that you keep your glass full. So whenever somebody comes and asks you for something, you're like, I'm open heart, I'm open glass, just take it whatever you want to take. And it's easier said than done, right? I can just sit over here and say that we have a perfect work-life balance and we are the ideals to follow and we have got it figured out. Every day we are figuring it out. So first of all, it's really important to acknowledge that it's not easy. Let's acknowledge that, right? It's not easy. If you are an entrepreneur, if you're doing a job, if you're working anywhere, just do not think that, you have to get everything figured out. So it's first of all, it's difficult. So yeah, it's work life. I mean, like, just making sure that you are always in the right mindset. It's really, really important, and that you're ready to give from that right mindset.
For us, it's fitness is everything, right?
Yeah.
So we exist to inspire people to become stronger.
Yeah.
And this is what we inspire our teams to do as well. So it's not just externally. If we are not living the brand promise, and we are not inspiring our teams and our people to be healthy
Of
and
course.
to live the same values that the brand stands for, then we are not going to inspire the world. So it is very important for us to be fit and understand that what a fit person is capable of versus a person who is not fit is not able to do.
I just feel like education is also such a big part of it, and training, because like your performance level is just so personal, right?
Exactly.
And something that you see other people do in the gym might not be good for you. So also I believe, like, if you, I don't know, maybe if you've tapped into it already, or tap into kind of like those tutorials on performance. I think that would be great.
No, she does
That'd be
that
great.
more than me.
Really?
That I agree, but I think, yeah,
So
you just
everything
have
is
to.
always education, like even all the latest things we talk about, the buzzwords, AI, whatever it is, people fear what they don't know. And a lot of people are too afraid sometimes to step into the gym or enter that next chapter in their life, because they're just so comfortable in their comfort zone, right? But it's about building that mentality and building that mindset that your body, it can go through anything as long as your mind puts you through it in
And I
the
think
correct way.
Exactly. You have to figure out what works for you. That's
Of
really
course.
important, because, like you said, people just look at people on social media and they're like, oh, I can't be like that person.
So basically, one important aspect of fitness is also the discipline, the consistency. So when you're into fitness, it's automatically a sign that you can be a good professional. Of course, if you're doing the job that you like to do, that's another topic. If you're not interested, so of course you will not do a good job. But if you're into fitness, it means you can continuously do the right thing without
Discipline.
like you have that discipline and you have that personality to go on. Because fitness for me, it's a very big sign when I'm hiring people that okay, these are the people who are going to be consistent, these are the people who will have some sort of discipline in life, and they would believe and go after progress. So we stand for three things. SQUATWOLF stands for three things: progress, performance, and pack. So pack is about community.
The PPP.
Performance is exactly, and the performance is about the best products that help you perform. And we are a performance wear brand, right? So performance is key. And then progress. We are not about perfection. We are all about progress. Our lives are a live example of how you make take small steps every day and get better in life. Fitness is all about that. In fact, Dubai is all about that. If you look at it, Dubai is all about, having progress and going after like from one big thing to another big thing, and then, just constantly developing and reinventing and, going big and big. So we started here, and that's the inspiration we have taken from the place as well.
And the healthy competition is here. I feel like the energy of this entire city is insane. And it's so hard to even go back home and explain it to your people, because they just, unless you live through it, they don't get it.
They don't understand.
You always seem too busy, but it's not, oh, I'm busy. No, it's good busy. It's I'm growing myself, I'm growing my mindset, I'm becoming a better version of myself every day. Because you're always going to find people that are more successful, more beautiful, more ambitious than you here, right?
And here, it's this energy, this ambition is unique because nobody wants to settle. Everyone is like, okay, what's next? What's next? And people they're not envious of each other.
No.
People love success. Like if they meet successful people, they would want to either learn or make them even more successful.
Yeah, like let's make money together.
Yes, exactly. And this is just so beautiful. It doesn't happen anywhere else. Like in other parts of the world, you'll be so envious. Oh, you're wearing that limited edition watch, or you're driving that limited edition car. Here, it's like, oh my God, you have that. And I get either inspired.
Oh, I saw that one. It's on my wish list.
Exactly. It's on my vision board. Or, and then you connect on a level where you want to succeed together.
Right.
So it's just so unique.
How important are vision boards for you guys? Manifestation, are you into these things?
For me, it has been something incredible, and I'm really grateful for it. So since I was very young, I used to always set goals in life. They wouldn't be actual like physical vision boards in my head. Like I was a kid that would always daydream. So I would daydream that I would get a very nice house. It would have this room and that kind of a living room and that kind of a kitchen, and I would give that house to my parents. So that's kind of dreams I had, and luckily, thankfully, alhamdulillah, all those dreams have come true. So I would set those, like, when I was very young, I would think about that house. Alhamdulillah, my parents live in that kind of a house now. And I used to dream about, having a certain kind of a lifestyle and be able to take my parents, show them the world, make them, show them around, because they invested their whole life on our upbringing.
And they believed in you.
Yeah, exactly. And they took risk on us as well as kids. So, I always have these goals. And same goes for the business, same goes for my personal goals, same goes for our life goals. I work really hard for those goals, but alhamdulillah, I achieved those.
It's very important, I think, as an entrepreneur, if you want to, be successful, you need to figure out, and that's one question that I ask everyone, whoever I'm hiring. It's really important for me as well, that I understand what people are running after. So whoever I'm hiring, I ask one question. This is my standard question. What are you running after? Rather than asking the cliched question of where do you want to see yourself in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. That's not like, what are you running after in life, right? Tell me, because there's something that's pushing you. There's something that's calling you, right? And you need to figure it out. And I think for me and for us, it's that vision board that we have in our minds. So we haven't created something that's physical and we see it every day. It's in our mind. And I know what I want in my life. In order for me to achieve that in my life, this is the process that I'm going through. And then when you have that really clear in your mind, actually the pathway becomes really clear as well.
Right. And
You
it just
know what
becomes
steps.
a logic to you. It becomes an everyday
Second
sort of
nature.
thought process. Exactly. It's not something that you need to look at to remember. You live with it and you live through it.
No, absolutely.
Beautiful. If you guys can describe each other in 3 words, how would you describe each other?
You go first.
Ladies first.
Okay, so Vaj, 100% an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Entrepreneur at heart, entrepreneur in life. Wants to live a big life. So he's not somebody who would enjoy.
Open mind, yeah.
No, like he's a kind of person who enjoys living life big.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to enjoy the life. This is how he is.
Are you an adrenaline junkie or no?
That
she is.
No,
That's
that's
you?
me. That's me.
It's one of the words.
For me, I mean, like what she means by big is, and sorry to cut you off
No
there,
worries.
is like I want to experience everything in life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be omnipresent,
Yeah.
right? I just want to see what happens everywhere. Right?
Yes.
He wants to. It's just crazy. Someone asked him the question, "What superpower you would want?" And he's like, "I want to be able to be in everyone's heads to understand what they're thinking and how they behave."
Oh, honey, you would go insane.
Exactly.
It's creepy and
I would
insane.
never want
You
that.
would want the opposite. Not to.
And he's the happiest when he's traveling.
Yeah.
So
That's so
he
cool.
loves traveling. He loves exploring.
Okay.
No, absolutely.
Adore the explorer.
For me, yeah. How do I define it? I think she focus. That's really, I think that's her superpower. So I depend on her whenever.
Vision.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's just like, because again, as I said, I want to be everywhere every time, and then so sometimes I'm also very distracting to my own self and to her as well into this business. So she was like, you know what? This is the focus area. This is where we need to go. So whenever I'm struggling and I'm jumbled up with my thoughts, I go to her and she helps me bring, a clear path forward. So focus is really good as well. Then caring. I think she's really
As every
caring.
woman should
Yeah,
be.
yeah. So she is really caring. So
And he does take advantage of that.
yeah, exactly.
What man
So-
doesn't?
So she is not just to me, actually. She's just caring to everyone in the office, and like she's the one who just wants to make sure that everybody has what they need to do,
Yeah.
right? So that's really good with her as well. And yeah, I think and the second one, third one, is like, I think it's probably. I think it's between both of us. I think we're just the happiest when we're with each other, right? Through the happiest time and through the tough times as well. So yeah, hopefully you feel the same.
Yeah, no, it's the togetherness that's.
Yeah.
I think it's the when
likes
we
company. She
we
likes
both
family.
we both come together. It's very unique. Like I don't think I could do what we are able to do all by myself.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that. Like, if you were to run this business alone, because I don't know, one would, let's say, want to do something else, would you manage it, or
I don't.
it would
think
be
so.
very hard?
very very hard.
Okay.
For me, it would
I
be
might be able to do something else, but not this.
Yeah.
It's too hard.
Mhm.
to do
So
it
either both of you leave or both of you stay, sort of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Now I have a couple of lessons, real talk, and reflection questions here, and then I have a little game show where you have to pick a question at random and read it through. You don't need to answer too long. Just say what's the first thing that comes up to your mind. What's one thing you wish somebody told you before you started?
Oh,
Network. Network.
Mm.
We are very introverted people.
Really?
Yeah.
Also you?
Yes.
She is more
I
than
wouldn't
me,
have.
actually. She
No
is
way,
more-
really.
Waj is more extroverted. He has
Okay.
better. He's very
I'm
good.
still an introvert, but less introvert
Yeah.
than her.
Okay.
I wouldn't call myself an extrovert, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's better at relationships. He's
Yeah.
better at networking than I am.
That's the most important thing, right?
Yeah. And if we knew that, we would have done that much earlier in our career.
Okay, I see. What's something people glamorize about entrepreneurship that's totally false?
I don't have a boss. I won't be reporting to people.
Yeah.
There would be no 9 to 5. There's
Yeah.
no 9 to 5. There's 24 hours.
24/7.
Exactly.
25/8.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's people think. I think it's more difficult to be an entrepreneur because actually you do not have anyone else
Yeah.
keeping you accountable of your time, of your tasks, of your deadlines, etc. You have to make yourself accountable. So actually, if you're really bad at accountability and holding yourself accountable, don't go ahead and start your business because
That's good advice.
It's a disaster.
It's a disaster because
Very
you have
good
to hold
advice.
yourself accountable for everything and every deadline.
Right. What's been your most humbling moment as a founder?
Opening our store, I think that was really humbling and fulfilling as well. And then seeing the community come together to celebrate our success.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Beautiful.
opened our first store in the Dubai Mall.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was massive. Like, it was a moment where we still get goosebumps when we think about it.
Oh, that's
And
beautiful.
that changed our perspective because, because we were able to see the brand that we created in our head in the physical world with the logo on a facade, right? In the biggest mall in the world. And that's where we felt like we have a big responsibility as well. Not
course,
just
there's
that you
no
created
backing
a
up
brand.
now.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's big responsibility of ourselves, of our teams that are out there, and we are actually carrying the name of this
And your
region,
clients,
right?
exactly, your
And
users as
so,
well.
yeah, that was really humbling.
Who inspires you as an entrepreneur and why?
Waj,
Say
for me.
each other.
For me, it's Waj.
I inspire you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. To me, I'm inspired. Like the biggest reason, one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to be an entrepreneur was actually watching Social Network and being inspired by Mark Zuckerberg and how he would see patterns and in people behavior and consumer behavior and how would they act and how he can bring that, physical social life to a digital
Online.
social life, and so that was really
Yeah,
inspirational.
he was the
how-
first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And for me, why Waj is because he has this ability to literally create something big out of nothing. No resources, no team, no money.
You
and
find a way.
He would be able to do
It's
it.
a hustling mindset. Like
Yeah.
I'm a hustler.
He would find a way.
And it's so needed.
Yeah.
It's so needed.
That's like a true for me personally, if someone asks me the definition of a true entrepreneur, is that you're able to create magic out of nothing.
Right.
Yeah. For me, nothing is impossible.
Right.
If you put me and tell me that you need to send a rocket to the moon, I would not sit down over here and tell you, oh, I'm not a scientist, I have not the degree. I'll open books and I'll study and
Yeah.
I'll try to find a way to do it.
No, but that's
I
what
might
makes,
fail 100 times,
yeah.
but I'll still try and do
That's what makes entrepreneurs different, That's just a different wire in the brain. What do you want your entrepreneurial legacy to be, guys?
it. It's a really good one. Actually, we want to be known as two brown Muslims that came in from a really, really small city in Pakistan, came to a big city, created something that nobody expected them to create, created a brand that's just not local, went international. And if people can remember us, that there are two nobodies that came out of nowhere, had no resources, no experience, no family backing, no like, okay, you know what, there is the money that you want to go ahead and create something. And if we are able to inspire others with that story, that even if you don't have anything and you do not come in from that expected background, we want to be inspiration to those people that you can do it. We can do it. If we can do it, you can do it.
It will be the proudest moment for us when we are able to say that we built the first ever fitness apparel brand from Middle East, from Dubai, and it's now international and it's known and it's discussed when all these big names, international names are discussed.
Right.
So that's the goal.
What Emirates is
When's
to
the
this
next
region.
fashion show? You guys might be opening a fashion week. You never know. Imagine.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
So to end our beautiful conversation today, you guys will each need to pick a card and then answer the question from the card, okay? And then obviously read out the question.
All right.
They're not that scary, don't worry.
First one.
What's yours?
Interesting one.
Oh, you know this really well. Go for it, Waj.
Yeah, this one you have to start first, Vaj.
My question is, are entrepreneurs born or made?
Oh, I really wanted him to pick that one, by the way. Yes.
In my opinion, they're made with their experiences that they experience through the life, right? You are born a human, right? You're born a human. Everybody is born a human. I think why I was able to become an entrepreneur is because I've seen in my family, in my extended circle, entrepreneurship, etc. And that used to inspire me. I would watch movies in my early days as well. It's like real life stories. These were the documentaries and movies that I would watch of entrepreneurs who were building something. So I think you are made an entrepreneur through your experiences,
Through yourself.
through the experiences that you're like. If you've just seen people working and being miserable, let's say, for example, then yeah, you would become that. But if you've seen people being successful, sometimes being miserable through the businesses that they're running and through entrepreneurship, because it's not always fun and games. It's misery as well sometimes. And that's what make entrepreneurs, that like, you have to go through that misery to really become something. So in my opinion, I think they're made through the experiences that they go through in their life.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What's your question?
My question is, what's your personal founder mantra?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I don't want to be a founder who's a dickhead. I'm sorry for my French, because I really believe in people and leading people, and I really want to inspire people to get better, both in their personal lives and professional lives. So if they can't look up to me as a founder, I'm failing.
Right.
So I really want, and the type of business we have, it's all about inspiring people to become better, to become stronger. We believe in progress, both in fitness, in life, in your profession. And we are doing something very difficult. This business is not easy. Like, we are going against the giants, and we are the first brand that started from here. So people still ask us, like, what makes you guys go so bold, and how do you have this kind of courage? So the job that we are doing is not easy. So I don't want to be a founder who is not admired or who is not inspiring, because you need that kind of inspiration to take such bold moves, and to have the courage and to have the strength to go so big, and we can't do it alone. We need our teams behind us. We need our really strong people behind us.
But at the end of the way, same way you were telling me how you want all of that vision that you have. You want clients, you want influencers, and you want people to wear your clothes to kind of follow that vision and path. It's the same thing, that you are the ones that have to follow it first. And you've created it first, and this is your passion, and hence why you never get tired from what you do, because it's just, as you said, your legacy eventually. You want to leave it. Guys, I don't want this conversation to end. It was an absolute pleasure having you both.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you the best of luck. I feel like you've only just begun to the moon and back. Exactly. Like, there's so many more projects, I believe, that we'll be talking about in the future. Very happy to have you, an entrepreneur, and really, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We loved the conversation. Thank you for having us.